It is February 26, 2025, and YieldMax ETFs reported their distributions for the Group B ETFs. Although there has been some NAV erosion lately with the markets in a decline, particularly at the NASDAQ, as well as the Bitcoin or crypto-related stocks and related to YieldMax ETFs. Overall, the payouts or distribution rates for the Group B ETFs as well as the weeklies were pretty solid. As you can see here, we have it listed from their X account. We have Palantir's at almost $6 a share. That did come out with an initial price of 50, but just for the month of February here, over $5 means over 10% of the initial price of the ETF. So that's quite phenomenal, even though I guess the actual share price, the underlying Palantir, has been all over the place, going down quite a bit recently. But in addition to that, we got BABO. Some of the Chinese stocks have been on the move lately. Alibaba, the underlying stock, I think is up, like 100% in the last couple months. BABO, the ETF from YieldMax, $1.91, almost $1.92 a share, very solid. Then NVDY reporting after hours. They got a distribution of $1.61 a share, very solid. I'll put it in my spreadsheet to compare it to last month, as well as see the percent payout relative to the current ETF share price here in a bit. But MARO, $1.55, dips, 58 cents. LFGY, which is weekly, 54 cents. Facebook, a little light, 47 cents. GDXY, 44. QDTY, which is, I think, a play on QDTE from the Roundhill Investment Group. This is, I think, the first time for this one. This is 32 cents. GPTY, 31 cents. JPMO, 29 cents. MRNY, 23 cents, which I know MRNY's been a complete disaster for a lot of people, but 23 cents, not bad considering the share price right now is in kind of like the $3 range. So as a percentage basis, not too bad. And then SDTY, YMAG, YMAX are 19, 17, and 13 cents respectively. As far as how people are responding to these, let's see if I can refresh the commentary here. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty satisfied with the payouts. Yeah, NVIDIA is like double what it was last month, so very solid. Happy investors all over the place, people counting their money. Always some kind of questions from new people, I assume, but yeah, payouts look pretty good. And then to go to Roundhill, I just covered this one because this is more of I think Roundhill ones are a little bit more predictable and conservative, at least from the NAV movement up and down. But going to their distributions, pull that up quick. The XDTE, QDTE, and RDTE all around the 20 to 25 cent range, as is always the case. And then as for crypto, the YBTC looks a little low again to me. I don't know why they can't get this higher, but 22 cents, almost 23 cents. And then the Ether one, YETH, which pays monthly, came in at $1.89. If I take those and I put those into my spreadsheet here, I do need to add, I think, the QDTY, which I have not added it yet. But so I put the payouts in, and then I calculated the percent payouts. Percent payout for the weeklies is per week, or for the most recent week. And then for the monthly ones or Group B, it's per month. And then the annualized takes for the weeklies, in this case, it takes, we call them L2 here, times 52. So times 52 for 52 weeks a year. And then annualized rate here is L17 times 12 to represent 12 months in a year. Yeah, I guess the weeklies, overall LFGY, probably once again the standout there, 54 cents on a 39 basis, $1.35% for a payout percentage. That said, the NAV has gone down here. Let's see, like roughly like 20% from the opening date. So payout's good, but the NAV, or the value per share for the ETF, has gone down significantly. As there's been a scare in the crypto space, I'm not sure if that's going to last, but that's something definitely to consider. And then as far as Group B, as I always say, anything in kind of the 2 to 4% range is pretty standard. Anything above that, I think is pretty good. You can see NVIDIA came in, or the NVDY came in really solid at almost 7.8%. annualized rate that comes at 94%. So very solid for NVDY. And then the other ones to point out, BABO, that buck 92 on a 23 basis comes at 8.21%. Very solid there too as well. And then I guess the big one here, the Palantir one, although the base is a little higher here. I think it started at 50, now it's 70. I think it was almost up to 100 before coming down recently. But that's at 8.38% or over 100% annualized rate. And then MARO over 6%. So all these are pretty good. But the only one I think I'd look at a little bit of skepticism is the Facebook one at 2.43%. Seems a little low. Last month it was 64 cents, so it's down from last month. But other than that, most of these you can see, at least compared to last month, they're up, if not up significantly. BABO being it went from 47 cents to $1.92. I guess JP Morgan down. I think the last one probably had earnings associated with it. And then Palantir, 298 to 594. That's clearly been the stock of the trading session for most days. Definitely the implied volatility with that drove that up to an 8.38% payout percent, which is phenomenal. Then the Roundhill funds, pretty standard payout ratios from the 0.5 to 0.7% range weekly. Annualized rate, 20 to 35%, I would say. And then for the Ether one, it was 5.13% for the month or 61.5% for the year. So that's just a quick breakdown of the payouts for Group B. Pretty solid. I'm going to look to, or I'm creating it right now to create some of the stuff more in a graphical or illustrative perspective. So you can see some of the things I'm looking at these in terms of assessing those. But yeah, good Group B dividends or distributions today. Thanks for tuning in.